always hated it. I always try to hide it if it happens, or I'm just like biting my lip and like squeezing my eyes like, so I don't do it.
She's squeezing her eyelids.
Yeah. Just like, don't die. Life is a challenge.
How do you get through it?
Laughing at the dark and dirty. We walk you through all the naughty secrets of the adult industry, and you get to be a fly on the wall with two best friends in the business of boobs.
We want to hear your dirty secrets too.
If you have stories to share, questions for us, need advice, then send us an email to twndpodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 702-900-6446. We'll always be laughing here. It's our favorite way to cope. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, share with a friend, and leave us a rating wherever you listen to podcasts. And we thank you for coming this week.
Is that recording?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
You may wonder why I've gathered you both here today, on this, the last day of Hoe-waii.
I'm so curious.
Yeah, what's going on?
What did I do?
It's for the podcast. Welcome back to the Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast. I am your host, Molly Stewart, and
Laura Contreras.
And you should know this person by now, but please introduce yourself.
Carter.
That's right.
Hey.
So it is, in fact, our last day from Hoe-waii. And if any of you out there follow us on the OF pages, you've been seeing what we've been getting up to, and it's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were going to be able to film today because, unfortunately, we got smoothies earlier.
Yes.
And the smoothie was not unfortunate. The smoothie was so delicious, and I chugged like half of it before. What do we do? What do we do after we chugged a smoothie?
What
did we do?
We had to go get Laura razors so she could shave her pussy.
It was more my armpits because they were like really long.
Yeah.
I could braid them. I mean, I was going to like, rock it because it's Hawaii, but
Could have put some beads in it.
I know, right? Or some little dreadlocks.
Just armpit dreads.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
some Rasta armpits. Let's go.
One thing I did not anticipate, though, is that people put milk in smoothies.
Not cool.
Unfortunate for you.
Milk does not agree with me at all.
Yeah.
It was a time because I was like, it's not the coffee. I saw them put oat milk into the coffee, and I was very disappointed because I got another coffee also with oat milk. Very excited, but I got that after the smoothie kicked in.
Yes.
And I didn't even get to enjoy the coffee. I think I had one coffee today. I don't even know.
So, yeah.
I don't know how I'm alive right now. I think
One
that's why I
coffee
had
and one milk smoothie.
one milk smoothie that, well, it came out harder than it went in. All right. So anyway,
Better out than in, I guess. So, right?
it was terrible. I was like, it's one of those things like I feel weak in my entire body. Like I'm actually ill and I don't like it. But what has been your guys' favorite part of Hawaii so far?
You guys.
Aww.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
We have.
You know, and like we've kicked a lot of ass. Like, you know, doing all the things and also like putting fun in with that, like in between.
That's
and,
been fun.
The beach is beautiful.
The beach was really beautiful. I was disappointed though that we didn't go on the day that it was sunny.
Right.
We were busy doing other things.
It was, but
actually
the luau was awesome.
Oh my god, the luau was fucking amazing.
That was so cool.
Epic.
It made me want to learn how to do the fire sticks because the fire was so entrancing. I was literally at the point that I noticed like part of the way through the fire dance, my mouth was like, like I was agape. It was so cool. I was gaping at the luau. I was gaping at the luau. I was just like, oh. But it was so cool. I was like, there was one guy, he put fire on his tongue.
Yes.
Other guys were walking on fire.
And their feet.
They were walking on it.
Yeah.
And then one guy,
freaking.
he laid on his back and he put the burning bits on his feet and then threw it off. It was miraculous.
Yeah. And how was like that floor just on fire? Did they put like some like fluid on the ground and make it like...
Probably.
Yeah, there were probably some like kerosene coming off of the poles.
Yeah, because I was like, how... Like my concrete doesn't light on fire like that.
No.
I've
It's
tried.
disappointing.
No, I'm kidding. I have not.
Did you ever light things on fire when you were a kid?
No.
Yes. Did
Yes?
you do like
Me
the
too.
Axe body spray on your arm and then you lit your arm on fire?
No, I
You
didn't
never
do
did that?
No, I just lit
Oh.
other things on fire.
Did you ever light your farts on fire?
No, but my
No.
dad did.
Oh.
No, he really did.
Wow.
Was it a big flame?
I don't remember. It was apparently before my time of birth. So, but he had like a photo of it and a whole story that went along with it. So
I'm glad that he has a photo.
yeah,
That's good.
It's good. I don't know if he still has it, but I saw it once and it was like, that's crazy. And at first it's like, oh, it's cringe. Just your dad's doing weird stuff. But I'm like, I like fire too, so I guess I know where I get it from.
He's a true king.
I got in trouble before I was pulled out to homeschool because there was this little shed in like the playground. And I like roped the other reject friends of mine into like going and back, and we pretended it was Bridge to Terabithia. Like if we went behind the shed, it was a whole different world.
Yes.
And I started fires. Don't you hate ads? They take away from the conversation. But you can go ad-free with us at patreon.com/TWND podcast. We create monthly photo sets, host Zoom chats for our dirtbag tiers, and even create short films. We have a wholesome pledge option if you want to show a little support, or dirtbag tier if you want to go all the way with us. We release episodes a day early for all tiers, and each episode is ad-free. So if you want to level up, go to patreon.com/TWND podcast and show your support.
Well, I would have been with you because that's the only way we would have survived if it really were like,
Yeah.
that was its own world. I'd be like, well, I'm with her. She's going to make fire. We're going to eat.
I'm going to figure out how to make fire. If there's one thing you know about me, I'm going to light things on fire.
Yay.
Like my life. Anyway. Or the toilet after a smoothie. So here we are.
Bombs. Dropping bombs. That's a new, yeah.
And another thing is that we all flew in separately. So would you like to walk us through your flight experience?
Sure.
Guess first?
I flew in first too.
Yes, you did. You were here
Yeah.
before everyone else.
I was so eager.
First one of the party.
It wasn't too bad getting up because I was excited. First time in Hawaii, so
Yeah.
worth it. Had my coffee and everything. Airport was chill. I panicked a little bit because I accidentally spent too long in the shower, but it was fine. Yeah, got there on time. TSA had to run my bag twice for no reason.
Do you have dildos in there?
I didn't. It was just my little tote carry-on. Just
Oh.
that.
That's
The
weird.
one that goes through the machine. They had to like check it.
They were so like sarcastic with it. They did not want to do their jobs. So like it went through
Yeah,
the first
they never
time
do.
and they flagged it and it went over and then eventually some agent walks up and they're like, "Were we running this again?" Or and then the person that hit the button that said, "Oh, send it out," goes, "I mean, I guess so. I don't know." And I was like, "Y'all are just holding me here for no reason." They did it to the person in front of me too. So that was whack.
That's so annoying. I hate when that happens. TSA. And you know what? I was reading this thing that they don't even notice half of the things that actually do come through, like that are not allowed to be transported. Like they don't even see them, but they just like hold people up randomly. I've had them. There was once it was like, I think it's like 3.4 fluid ounces or something that you can fly with, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This thing, it was like a hot sauce that I had bought on a vacation. It was sealed. It was whatever. 3.5.
How dare you?
They took it out and he just like pocketed it basically. He's like, "You can't have this."
He was like, I just ran out of this one.
I know.
Thank you.
He's like, "This is my favorite.
Yeah.
You can't have it."
Yeah.
Texted his wife like, "Honey, guess what? We got some hot sauce."
I don't have to stop on the way home.
It's always like the best time in the world when you get to a TSA line and for some reason that day they're like, "You don't have to take anything out of your bag and you don't have to take off your shoes."
That was awesome.
I've had it happen just like one or two times. In Australia though, you don't have to take off your shoes.
I didn't have to take my shoes off. Did you guys in Vegas?
I had to take mine off. I
Why
did not
didn't-
have to take anything out of my bag, but
Why didn't I have to?
I don't know. Just luck of the draw. That's the thing is I never understand like with TSA and they're always so angry
yes.
when there's and even when there's no line. Like there's not even that many people and they're like, "Get to this one." I'm like, is this basic training? Like what are we doing? Why is it so aggressive for
They
no
have
reason?
an ounce of power.
Yeah,
That's
the
why.
problem.
Oh my gosh.
They're all on a power trip. How was yours? You didn't have to take off your shoes,
I
so that
didn't have
was
to take
good.
off my shoes. That's why I'm confused. But maybe it's like certain times of the day they do that. what's going on? Like, I've
Maybe they didn't
always
trust
taken
me.
off my shoes. Always.
Yeah.
This is my first time. And then, like, with Kay, I've had my bag flagged, but not this time. Like, the one time I got it flagged, though, I actually had weed in it.
Oh, I thought you
But
were gonna.
they didn't find it.
I thought you were gonna
Nice.
say I had a
was like-
dildo in it.
Yeah.
That always happens to
I
me.
actually had a Hitachi in there. No, but my flight was pretty good, except for the fact that, like, after I stunk. Because the lady next to me had, like, a very, like, peculiar smell. It was, like, a mix between, like, curry and, like, some sort of incense. But, like, I mean, normally that sounds good, but, like, it penetrated me so well that it took me 2 showers.
Yeah, and you washed that thing like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I washed those clothes that first day. It's like I had to wash it again the next day because I took it out of the dryer and I was like, still has that smell. Like,
Yeah.
So I was like extra soap and like I'm like, well, let's wish for the best. But the flight itself was really smooth. I mean, there was barely any turbulence. So
That's
Same,
good.
yeah.
I mean, I was happy, and I flew like. Okay, I took too long in the shower, so when I realized it was like almost like 5:50, and my Uber was supposed to be there at like 6:15, and I'm like, it's 5:50. Oh shit! So throw the hair in the braids, wet, like throw on my sweats. I had no makeup on. I was like, I'm just lucky if I get a shower in, So like that's it, and then my Uber was like 5 to 10 minutes early. It was like, the Uber's in the area. And I'm like, well, can he wait?
Is he stalking me? Why is he here already?
Like, also, like, yeah, because I mean, I booked it the day before.
Yeah.
And like, I was just like, well, this is odd. But so I'm like going faster. And then, at that point, everything's a blur because like it's so early in the morning. I had barely slept. Like, I was like, probably like,
No time for coffee.
no time for coffee, 2 hours of sleep because I was excited, like laying in bed with the little eye mask, like, but still awake. Like, is it time? And then, so, it was all blur. So then I'm throwing shit, like, last minute in the bag, which I was already packed. But, like, I got here and I was like, oh, shit, I left my vape. And I was like, no. And then it was in my bag. Because I was like, it was one of the things I just frantically threw in.
Yeah.
Right.
But the flight was good. And
That's
now
good.
we're here.
Yes.
So,
And now we're leaving tomorrow. So
Oh, no.
it's definitely been a trip. We've made a lot of fun content.
yes, and
Very fun.
explored. And, I mean, this is our first trip to Hawaii. Right? So, like, this is...
How like being on a flight that long, was it weird since you haven't like flown over the ocean before, or?
Flying over the ocean was kind of weird because it looked like the sky because we were above the clouds, and I was like, that's interesting. But other than that, I was like, well, it's all the same thing, so I'm just going to close this and sleep.
Yeah,
But I have been on like a long flight before one other time, but I think this was better than that because they gave me blankets on this one.
Yeah.
So that was a win.
I love when you get a blanket
okay.
on a flight. You just get to get all cozy.
You're like, and now I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
My first flight, it was not bad necessarily, except for the person who kept farting, and I'm pretty sure it was the guy next to me, but it could have been anyone in a plane. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like it's just recycled everybody's air. Everybody could have been farting, but they had like eggs for breakfast, and you could tell 30 minutes later that everyone had eggs for breakfast. Because, but it was frustrating. Like, the guy sitting next to me was annoying, but not because he did anything. Really, it was just like when you're going to put your bags like in the overhead or whatever, and you kind of like do the whole plane gesture of like, that's me sitting there, you have to get up. This motherfucker would not stand up. He like looked at me for like a solid beat, just like, and then he takes his legs, moves them over the side so his feet are in the aisle, and he goes like this and just dead eyes me, and I was like, okay, so you don't know like which position you have to take, right? If you're crossing over somebody, like, did they get my pussy or my ass? Like,
Right.
It's gonna be one of the two. So I gave him my ass. So you're welcome, guy in the plane. It's big. I hope I hate you. So, but he was so rude, and then every time that the stewardess would come by, like, he was just so grumpy over everything. Like, she tried to give him water, and he was like, "Ugh." Just like grunting motions and stuff, and so fucking grumpy. Yeah, it was crazy. And then I had
caveman.
It was one of those instances where I had to pee, and when I'm sitting in a window seat, I don't want to climb over someone to pee. Like, that would inconvenience them, right? So I held it for so long, but it was to the point that I was cramping because I was like, I have to pee so bad. And so I'm finally like, I kind of like wave. He ignores me. I like lean over. I'm like, ah. He looks away. I was like, okay. So I tap him. I'm like, you can't ignore a tap. And he finally looks over and I'm like, I have to pee. Finally stands. He stood this time. So there was that, luckily.
That's good.
So I go in. It's the quickest pee of my life, right? And I come back and I sit down. And that's when I smelled it. All right? It was the eggiest egg fart that I've ever smelled. And then this man instantly jumps out of his seat as soon as the smell appears and beelines to the bathroom. I'm like, you could have prevented all of this if you just got up the first time and I would have gone and peed after you. Instead, you had to make a whole fucking deal of it and then carpet bomb me like on your way to the bathroom. It was literally like, I was like, I'm pretty sure that it was this guy farting the whole time, let me tell you, because it happened like no less than 10 more times.
Oh my God.
It was one of those things.
Thing.
Yeah.
That makes me laugh though, because the lady I sat next to, right? She was sitting next to a guy and she had to go to the bathroom and she was like telling him, hey, can I get up?
Yeah.
And he got up, right? And that was nice of him. And she was like, oh, sorry. Like, I just didn't want to get over you, right? Like, or walk over you. He was like, yeah, thanks. You know, like that. Like, he was making a joke. And he was like, yeah, thanks. You know? And then he's like, last thing I need is for you to, like, walk by and, like, fart in my face. Like that. But he said it so funny, right? And she laughed.
Wow, good
and then
for him.
She was like, yeah, you know, I just want to be courteous. And he was like, well, you know, I am the kind of guy that'll return the favor.
So
Like,
this was
like,
a meet cute. Like, they had a moment.
And I was laughing at the side, like, by the window going, you know, like, I was just like, this is so funny. This is Miss Stinky One.
I think that they're dating now.
They must be. Like, if you guys are,
so
please
funny.
call in to the pod.
702-900-6446.
Just, you know, we love you. We love love. Love matters.
But, you know, I find it really funny that you guys both sat next to stinky people, because I just realized that the couple next to me brought a bouquet of roses.
Oh.
So I had roses the whole time, and y'all had stink.
Well, we're going to have some flowers coming home, because guess what we got at the Luau?
That's true. The Luau was Valentine's Day, and they gave flowers to all of the women in the crowd. Every single one.
It was beautiful.
It was so nice.
Can you guys talk about, like, the old couple that I didn't see?
I cried.
Tell them.
I cried. I had to give you a napkin. I was like, you need this.
I was literally
Paint
like,
this picture, please.
I was like, I hate crying. I fucking hate it. I've always hated it. I always try to hide it if it happens, or I'm just like biting my lip and like squeezing my eyes, like, so I don't do it.
She's squeezing her eyelids.
Yeah, just like, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. But they had like all these couples come up, you know, like newlyweds and stuff. Although, let's be honest, some of the people who went up there as newlyweds, you're not newlywed after 2 years. I'm sorry. I mean, you're still cute, mazel tov or whatever, but you're not newlywed.
My mouth just farted in the mic. It was like, when you said that, it was so funny. Yes, 25. And you know how she said it? She was like, he was like, so how long have you been married? And she was like, 25 years. You know, like that. And it's like, oh. And he was like, what? Yeah. 25 years.
They just wanted to go up on the stage. They didn't know that he was going to ask for anniversaries after that.
Yeah.
But
like,
they were
you should have
celebrating
anticipated
love, I guess. You know, that makes sense.
It was so cute. Like, nobody cared. It was just like, newlywed. All right. But they could have just come up the next time, because he then asked people who had been married for like a while, or if you're celebrating anniversary or whatever, to come up. So they also came up. When I tell you the cutest couple, girl, like, they could barely stand, but they were standing. They were holding each other up. It was like they were braced against each other so that they could go around in a little circle, like just shuffling
Just
around in a
slow
circle.
And they were like tucked into each other.
He was smiling, like in his eyes. He was just like, just holding her.
Are you guys going to cry right now?
I could.
Maybe.
I might cry again. It was literally like the sweetest thing that I've ever seen. Like, he's just like fully supporting her, and then she comes around and her face is smiling. I'm just like, don't fucking do it. It's not even that cute. And I just keep like seeing them come around. They're swinging each other around, and I'm just like, fuck. And I'm like tearing up and crying. It was the most adorable thing ever.
I wish I saw this. I regret not turning around.
Honestly.
I mean, I didn't no clue this was going on, and all you guys are crying, and I'm like, I thought this was fun, but okay. I had no idea.
It was beautiful. And it was like to the point
was.
I'm starting to dab, and I felt like such a little pussy ass bitch. And then I look over and you were tearing up too, so I felt better.
I thought something was wrong, and I was like, I'm just gonna like, I don't know, just look this way. I'm kidding, no.
Oh.
But
No,
then
there
the couple next to us who were only married for 7 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
was
God.
like intent. They were like, so how long have you been married? He's like 7 hours.
Yeah.
It was like
And he was so fun.
he was really fun.
Yeah.
He was a happy guy.
He was a good vibe. He was very happy to be married that day.
He was.
It was
He's
very
like,
cute.
and then the host or whatever you call him, the chief.
The chief?
He was like, I'm so honored you spending your first day married here with all of us. It was
He's
so.
like,
He was.
You're
great.
spending your night here with me?
Yeah.
Y'all should be.
Yeah.
You should be like
Oh,
doing the deed. And they're like, we will later. No, that was great.
they're
The
all-
chief cracked me up. Like he was just joke after joke. Like I was rolling.
Right?
I was like, is this a stand-up comedy show? What's
It was
happening right
like,
now?
and then like I think the couple, they were in such great spirits because they were on that train of Mai Tais. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like one after another after another. And
Yes.
it made me want one, but I was like, no.
They
You said they were good.
But they did last call for drinks.
Yeah, that was
And he's like, I'll take 5. We're like, yeah, there was 3 of them. And they had
Nonchalantly.
already had like so many. I was like, more power to you. I was just like surprised. I was like, that's a lot. Because they didn't seem drunk, but they had drank so much.
Right?
Were they strong, the drinks, or not really?
I would say not really.
that
Yeah.
makes
That's
sense
probably
then.
how they drank so many then, because otherwise they would have been on the floor passed out.
Yeah.
You know, like snoring.
The amount of empty cups that was in their pet side of the table. I was,
was
just like-
worried.
I was too.
I was
I
like,
was like,
who's
is it about to
driving?
get aggressive or something? Like, oh, that's just me. Sorry, that's why I don't drink anymore.
It's just all of us. We are aggressive. We've already concluded this.
We're aggressive without alcohol, and we realized this even just filming like just random things. Like you were just shooting like a video of yourself, and Kay's like, I fucking love gold. I'd be covered in gold all the time, and that's just in the back.
Yeah, it was great. And then, but the funny thing about that too is like we are the most aggressive, but we're really not. I'm not really aggressive. Are you?
It depends.
Are
on
you
the-
about to
it-
get in a fight with me now? Okay.
Well, not you, not yet.
Hey, baby, I'm ready.
You showing me that ass right now? You know how I feel about booty.
You saw it at the beach.
More important than food. More important than water.
Yes, it is. It really is. Take notes.
There's so much booty on this trip. We all got a bit of booty going on.
What's your favorite part of the trip so far?
Laura,
Yes.
my lips are so dry.
What happened?
I don't know, but I think if you kiss me, it will help.
No.
Well, in lieu of that, I guess I might go to liquidiv.com and use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that I purchase. And luckily, I did, because joining us today, we have sugar-free white grape from Liquid IV. If you've never tried Liquid IV before, Laura, do you want to tell them a little bit about what they can find inside one stick of Liquid IV?
Well, one stick of Liquid IV contains all the vitamins and nutrients that you need to really be hydrated, and it has all the B's.
Vitamin B3, B5, B6,
B12,
B12, and
and
vitamin C, which are very, very good for your hydration station, which is your body.
Yes.
So if you think that you might be dehydrated, you probably are. If you're seeing this right now or hearing this, you are probably dehydrated, because a lot of people are. And I like to start my morning, every morning, with one stick of Liquid IV, dissolved in 16 to 18 ounces of water. I just put it in my little tumbler, take it out on my day, and I have it before I even start coffee in the morning.
It's the best. And then this is the sugar-free one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're all so good.
My personal favorite is white peach. I'm just currently out of white peach because I drink it all. But we love Liquid IV, and if you guys want to give it a try, these are perfect for a stocking stuffer, I would think, for the ho-ho holidays, or any time of year, really. I guess you could really have a stocking any time of year, but right now it's Christmas, so consider it in your gift purchases. You can go to liquidiv.com. Use code TWND to save 15% and get free shipping on everything that you purchase. Help the pod, help your hydration, or the hydration of your loved ones. Do you not care about the hydration of the people that you love?
Yes.
Do you want them to walk around all winter with chapped lips?
No.
depression, sadness. Those things can come from being dehydrated and just all walks of life, but something that will put a smile on their face is a pack of Liquid IV. So go to liquidiv.com, use code TWND, save 15% on everything that you purchase, and get free shipping. Thank you, Liquid IV, and back to the freaking show.
Ooh.
Booty.
Oh, I mean, I see why.
No.
I see why.
I mean, no, my favorite part of the trip was definitely blowing up the bidet. Just kidding. It was not. I hated that. I was really worried that we weren't going to be able to shoot the content that we were going to shoot today because I was like, I'm in there like begging for my life. I'm like, Jesus, Satan, I don't fucking know. Let me out of this shit. Literally.
Send help.
I'm like guzzling Pepto-Bismol like it's like it's a wine and I'm Jesus. Like, it was not okay. And then everybody who listens to this who's subscribed to my OnlyFans right now is like, and unsubscribed. And fuck you. All right. I'm a person. Shit happens. So
literally. Oh, and we got these beautiful lays. We got laid.
We got laid.
All three of us.
Got laid at the Luau.
I was so excited about that. And it was like, that was my first experience at a luau. I was like, oh, and the food was amazing.
Oh
like
my
those
God.
ube rolls or
The ube buns, or they were taro.
Oh,
I think they were taro.
I can't think. I was like, ube is purple too, right?
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
similar. I don't know.
They were so good. And
The
those
purple
sweet potatoes, yeah.
I went back for seconds. I was like, no shame in my game.
No.
like, more cake,
you
more
brought me
buns.
another one. Laura comes running back with like buns and desserts. And stuff.
Sauces.
Yeah, I got the extra cake. I was so happy.
That cake was really
Pineapple
bomb.
cake.
So yummy. And then someone recognized you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was there.
Yeah,
out of
that
the
was
blue.
weird.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And she knew Kitty.
Yeah, yeah.
That was awesome. So shout out to Kitty.
That
We
was-
love you.
Shout out
Love
Kitty.
you.
Kitty Pine. Yeah, that was weird because I was like coming out of the bathroom. I was about to make a quick phone call. And then just someone was like, excuse me. And I was like, yes. She's like, do you know Kitty Pine? I was like, what the fuck? I never get recognized anywhere. And somehow it's always when I'm on vacation. Like
I'm
it's
on
either
vacation.
at an airport or on vacation, like heading to a vacation or
Right.
something.
It's amazing.
I'm awkward. I tried my best. So Sasha, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm just a weird, awkward goblin that doesn't leave the house. It was funny because I was thinking about this before the trip because I was trying to get stuff done ahead of time, had to mail stuff out. And I shit you not, I was like 5 minutes away from my house, like at the first little stop of all of my errands for the day. And my map gives me a notification. It's like, you're only 5 minutes from home. Like it wants every time that I leave my house, it's like I don't leave my house enough that every time I'm out, my phone's like, are you sure you want to be out right now? Are you sure you don't want to be home
are you
where
safe?
you're comfortable?
You went down the road that's far enough. You need directions back?
Pretty soon we're gonna start getting Amber Alerts for her leaving the house. Like it's gonna be like, you better check on Molly. I don't think she's home right now.
She's been out of her house for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's okay.
You
You
better
should
go,
check on her.
You better go find her. She might be at the gym.
Oh, that was a weird thing. There was an Amber Alert.
Yes.
Did you get that?
I
too?
did that.
I got it too.
That was crazy. When the flight into like the last flight landed, everybody's phone went off like crazy as soon as airplane mode goes off.
I got it.
Everyone's like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly the sound.
It was pretty. I was like, whoa! My phone went off. The lady next to me, hers did it, but she had the old iPhone. So maybe
How
wasn't, like,
embarrassing.
updated. It was like iPhone 2.
How embarrassing.
It was an iPod Shuffle.
No.
I know.
I wanted an iPod Shuffle so bad when I was a kid. Like
I wanted an iPod.
anything iPod. I was like, please, and they're like, no,
Yeah.
not for you. You don't
Right.
deserve that.
Yeah.
You think we have the money for that? We spend our money on alcohol.
Yeah.
Not you.
Walmart.
No.
They really liked Walmart. Anyway,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I don't really care because you know what it taught me? That if you want something, you have to fucking earn it yourself.
Hey.
So that's
the
what's
truth.
up. So thank you, Mom and Dad. I appreciate you. Dad a little bit more. So I'm in Hawaii. I can throw shade if I want to.
I could throw shit if
If I want to, I can leave my mom behind. Oh, sorry. Too dark. Anyway.
I love it. Oh, let's talk about the guy just barging into the room. That was when we're live.
My God.
That was so funny.
So we did a little live stream on the OF to thank everybody for supporting our little journey to Hawaii.
you.
And if you were part of the support process, we appreciate you. We love you. Mahalo. So we were doing a stream and there was no intention to take the boobs out, but I can't not take my boobs out when I'm on stream. It's just... I just want to rip it out. I was calling them shitties. It was a whole thing. that was before the milk smoothie. So
Maybe we spoke it into existence by
I
accident.
think you just did. That all freaking makes so much sense.
I don't even know my own power. Anyway,
It's
so
true.
I had literally like just put my shitties away, and we had ordered like, what did we order? It was
Room service. Dinner.
It was dinner
Yeah.
that came in. Okay, so we had ordered room service, and they didn't knock. They didn't anything. The guy just comes in. So we had to end the stream real quick because I was like, oh my God. They were there early, so we weren't expecting that. And I was expecting a knock. He just came in.
He flew in.
It was from the second of the door opening, he was at this table. We were right there. It was like, bye guys.
I mean, A for effort. Because he really meant, like, I'm here. I'm going to freaking serve these ladies and make it beautiful.
Yes.
But knock, maybe?
Just a little bit of knocking would have been nice.
Right? I had Brazzer's face. Like the end of the stream was me going,
And I had Robert.
Talk about that. I got to turn Kay's camera back on.
Oh my gosh. So literally we are on our live stream and I had to pee.
Yeah.
Or I forget. I was peeing and I ran back and I was excited and I knew like we were still on stream. I thought I was going to do like a little small like knee slide, like a little stage slide on the carpet to get back into the frame of the video.
right?
chat.
It'd be so cool to like,
and I'm back, you know? And what happened, Kay? I hit the ground.
You hit the ground hard. Like,
Did you?
heard
Wait,
the
wait.
thud from your knee, and I was like, oh,
And it did.
Wait. Did you hit the ground running?
No, I hit the ground and I just got stuck.
Because you were running and you hit the ground.
No, I know, I get it,
Running.
but I didn't.
she was running, then she hit
It
the
was
ground.
bad. I
It's
just
a
hit
joke.
the ground.
It's-
I
I get it.
Okay.
I
Well,
love
we
it.
laugh.
Well, because it was like,
Is that better?
That's worse, actually. I regret my choices.
but it was like just the instant, like I felt like the ground was Velcro. Mm-hmm. And that was like a, and
This
that was
is the
it.
kind of carpet that just kind of sticks to you and sucks you
It was
in.
awful. My knee was bright red. It hurt. I
had to
stayed, and
ice
now
it.
it's good.
Yeah, I'm glad that it didn't get crazy bruised because
Too, I was so
thought it was gonna.
I was like, what a way to start the trip.
Right?
Yeah. Didn't you also then severely stub your toe on the edge of our bed?
And then did I not wake up with?
Oh my God.
I know this trip has tried to kill me a few times, but you know what? Here I am.
Laura's resilient.
You know, you can't get me down. But yeah, so I woke up in the middle of the first night or first night.
First
It was
night.
the first night.
Oh yeah, because I would have known. So, you know, I wake up an hour into falling asleep, and all of a sudden I can't breathe at all through my nose. I was like, you know, like what's going on? Then I go to the bathroom, so I'm like, oh, I'll blow my nose, whatever. This is weird. So I look in the mirror. I have welts on my face, like swollen little red bumps, and I'm like, this isn't good. And so I just like thought, I was like, what was I doing? Did I eat something bad? No, I checked the pillows; they're all made of down. Oh, and the comforter is made of down. I'm severely allergic, as you are too. So
Not
that
as
makes-
much as you apparently, because that first night I was very stuffy, but I didn't have
Yeah.
welts.
I had like it went away like as soon as like I changed the pillows, but like I was nervous that you guys were gonna get like scared of the door knocking, someone
Oh.
here like bringing new pillows. So I'm like, I'm gonna order pillows, but you were already in bed. But like
When I'm
it
out,
was-
I'm out.
yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I was just glad that like they actually had room service still around at like midnight almost. And I was like, thank God.
That's the
So,
funny
yeah.
thing about like allergies is like I didn't even know that I was allergic to like feathers down, whatever, until
Yeah.
I got that couch.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the couch that I have. I love it. It's so pretty and it's
Yeah.
teal and it's soft and velvety. but I'm so like allergic to it. If I sit on it for too long, it's like a couch that's like, be productive. Don't sit on me for too long, because I can't, like, I get all stuffy. My nose starts running, and I'll be like, why do I feel so unwell? And it's because it's full of feathers. Like, I didn't realize that I was allergic to feathers, so I bought a whole couch that's feathers.
It's a beautiful couch.
It is. It's very comfy.
And I go back and forth between, like, should I replace the couch with something that doesn't have feathers, or should I just realize that I'm going to be productive as long as I have this couch, because I can't sit on it for too long.
I mean,
It's
it
a hard
is a
choice.
really good couch. And if you cover it with blanket, you're fine, right?
I have to, yeah, well, it helps. I have to cover it with blankets anyway, because the dogs just, they're in the most massive shedding phase ever at the moment. I don't even know what's going on. It's like this thing. Edward will get out of his crate in the morning because he sleeps crated. And for anybody who's like, how dare you crate your dog at night? He needs it, okay? Because he gets stressed out if he doesn't have his box, and he will go around and pee on every single corner of the house because he's just stressed, and that's what he does. And I don't want to clean up pee, and he likes his box. So shut up. I'm a good dog mom. Now, I let him out in the morning, and the first thing he does is, it's like an L-shaped couch. So he will run himself along the L-shaped couch, like rubbing off his fur on the bottom edges of the L, like 6 times. He won't listen until he's done this little rub off.
Right.
Then I'll let him outside, and then I have to just lint roll, like where he just was, because it will be like this thick, covered in fur, just like an inch thick of Edward fur.
Oh, he grooms himself.
Yeah, like, but on my couch.
I mean, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. He's like a little OCD.
He is very particular.
You know, like the people that do like the things 3 times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah,
I gotta
yeah.
go do this 6 times.
Yeah.
It's not all gone. I'll be back.
My dog has OCD. Well,
Maybe.
the more you know. See, sometimes you just don't know that your children have problems.
I'm the dog whisperer.
I'm very
What can I say?
undiagnosed. Nobody
It's
knows what's
true.
wrong with me.
Same.
I've done a lot of Googling. I have some idea, but no one really knows for sure. Could be brain damage. I don't know.
Yahtzee. No, it's okay. I was dropped on the head, probably.
I'm pretty sure I could have been dropped or shaken. Who knows? I'm shaken, not stirred.
Yes, I was gonna say that. Shaken, not stirred.
Is that the name of the episode?
Yeah, I love it. And also, like, it's perfect because, like, I mean, that's probably how your insides felt after you drank that milkshake. Shaken, not stirred. It's like
It felt like I just had little gremlins inside of my guts stabbing me in multiple areas, like with little toothpicks or something.
Or those,
like not
like-
quite a knife, but like something annoying.
like little
you know?
devils with their like picks.
Just like little butter knives.
Yep.
Not a real knife, but a butter knife.
Do you know what? That is more because it's like that dull, weird pain. Like it's not quite sharp like a period cramp.
Right.
It's just like, ugh. Anyway, I have to stop talking about like shitting myself. So nobody's going to listen anymore, or more people will. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
Let
it
us
worked
know.
for me before Hawaii.
Shitting yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Talk
Because
about
I
that.
was real sick. Like the week before we had this trip, I ended up getting like some stomach virus or stomach bug. It was my first time ever getting one too. Like I don't know if you guys have ever like gotten like a stomach virus. Where
Yeah.
I don't think it was food induced because
Wow.
it was crazy. And like my boyfriend had it first. My mom was here visiting. She got sick, and it was one night where we thought when we had ordered some like food from like Uber Eats, we were like, oh, they both ate the same thing. They both got sick that night. So I was like, oh, good thing I didn't touch that, you know?
Right.
And then the next day, I was fine. 2 days after they were sick, I then get sick. And it was like an ongoing thing for like 4 days. I literally couldn't keep anything down, and everything was coming out like water. So I like for a
know
whole
that too
week
well.
was just stuck in the bathroom pretty much, or 4 days or whatever.
Yeah.
Drinking tons of water, not dehydrating. And then my boyfriend, I sent him a picture, right, of me here in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And he's like, babe, you look so skinny. He's like, look what all that pooping did for you. And I was like, yeah. I mean, just saying. Pooped out
Yeah.
my whole insides.
Pooping does help. My ex used to make me take laxatives before scenes or photo shoots so that I would look extra skinny.
Oh, God.
It's not
Yeah.
fun.
Laxatives?
Like those
Gotta
like
get it all out.
chocolate X-Lax, because otherwise I would look too bloated and too.
Oh, gosh.
So-
So how long would you be shitting beforehand? Like a whole day before?
Yeah, basically, and just kind of like fast until like after the scene, and then I would just order everything on Uber Eats and send it to the hotel room and just eat it like a goblin. Like I told you, the 2-bed rule.
Yeah.
Because whenever you do like scenes, for those who are not in the industry, they will usually, I don't know if usually, but I was contracted, so luckily they did get me like hotel rooms if they were traveling me to LA. So they weren't like nice hotel rooms by any means. I talked about this with Josh when he was on the podcast. Josh Potter, shout out.
Shout out.
Like the crappy hotel rooms that they kind of put you in because, I mean, they can afford it, but they don't want to. So like so many places that you'd show up like at night because the flight gets in or whatever. And he was like, this is probably unsafe. But I was just so excited to be there that I was like, I don't give a fuck. But you have the eating bed and you have the sleeping bed. So you can just decimate all the food in the one bed, and then you have a nice clean bed to sleep in.
That's genius.
Very nice.
That's freaking genius.
So good.
Man, all those times I freaking had 2 beds and 8 in the bed I slept in. I am a fool.
You fool.
I am
could
a
you?
fool. I know. Now
Camera's
I know.
off again.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Do you want me to push it?
No, it sometimes overheats, and it sometimes doesn't. It's been very
I
thin.
mean, it's pretty nice in here, but you know, the camera's shy.
No. The poor baby.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna miss it here. This has been so much fun, and
Honestly.
I'm already like in my head, like this whole time. I think the first day I was telling you, it hasn't hit me that we're here.
Yeah.
The first day, right? I was like, still doesn't hit me. We're in Hawaii. This does not hit me. Then, like now, it's like in my head, it's like, when are we coming back?
Yes.
That's my thoughts now. It's like, okay, we need to come back.
Yeah,
It's
like, what are
also-
we doing on the next one?
Exactly. This has definitely been epic, and I know 4 days is like a good amount of time, you know, or well, 3, whatever. But like it's short and sweet. But now it's like it makes you excited to like plan things for the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or another island, whatever.
I think I was reading something about that like there's like the kind of the perfect vacation number, which is like 3 to 4 days, because anything more than that, you start, it's like when we were in Bali, we were talking about how we were so excited for like the whole time almost until you start to get to the end of this pretty long stretch. And it's like you start to realize all the things that you don't like about the place, all the things that you miss about your place.
Yes.
And then it's kind of doesn't quite lose its magic, but it starts to, and then you leave. And then it's like if you stay there only a short amount of time, then it's like, well, you don't feel like you're kind of missing out at home as much. You don't feel like you're too behind on work and other things. And then you're still excited because you didn't get to see everything.
There's a saying too that's like this about like,
Julia is on your microphone. I'm sorry.
oh, she came to
miss her
Hawaii. She wanted to be part of the girls trip.
Yeah.
I love that.
Hawaii.
I didn't want her around. She's so mean.
The pinhead. We love her.
Julia the pinhead.
She's
She
on the
is.
belly. She's so sweet. She's so nice. I love her.
I love her too, but she is Satan. She's the worst dog. Like, and she just gets worse and worse every year. It's like she just gets meaner and grumpier. She just, if I pet Ein, just give him a little touch on the head, she's barking.
She's going through it.
Like she is so butthurt about everything. But I'm sorry.
I
Continue.
forget what I was saying actually. So I was going to say that. No, I
You said
don't.
there's a saying.
Oh yes, there is a saying about having guests in your home, like people
Don't
that
do
are
it.
supposed to be like, or the people like that come to stay and they overstay their welcome. Have you heard of this? There's a 3-day rule. You become. There's a saying. I think it's like you don't want to become old fish. I think that's what it is. And they say it's because like it goes bad, and then you don't want to be the old fish. So like you should never really be a guest for more than like 3 or 4 days, which is just like vacation. That's like the sweet number. Like, and so like we've had like my mom, you know, she's not an old fish, but it's like, yeah, like she was with me for like 2 weeks almost on my birthday. My grandma too, my 94-year-old grandma.
Who's
that
so
was-
hot.
Not again.
She's so hot.
We've talked about
Laura's
this.
grandma, hit me up. I
She's
don't know.
on the OF, okay?
God.
Yeah, Granny's getting it. She's making that money.
Granny gonna get it. If you one thing about Laura's grandma, she's gonna get it.
She hustling. I mean, but I don't shoot her content. Sorry.
No, it's
I
a little
just
too
can't.
close for comfort.
A little too close. Sorry, G-Ma.
Let's picture your grandma taking feet pics before you do.
Yeah, and also she probably will get the G-Wagon, you know, and then on the license plate it'll just say G-Money because it's just
I
grandma.
love that.
You know? So
I like that.
Let's do it.
I'll never be a grandma.
Yeah.
But it's nice to think about what I would be like as a grandma.
Yeah.
What would I be like as a grandma?
think you'd
Hit
just
people
be
with my cane. Oh, I can do that without being a grandma.
Just go buy a fucking cane.
I can do it now. I could
You
start
probably
early.
have a cane.
No, but I have a lot of swords.
That's awesome.
You know what I always wanted? I always wanted one of those canes that you pull out the handle and it's a sword.
Yes, and it has like a snake head at the top with the eyes.
Or like
and
a wolf or something crazy. Like just but they're ruby eyes or
Yeah,
something
you
for
could
no reason.
Put it on your wish list.
All right. I'm going to have to find one and put it on my wish list.
Do it. I mean,
I've always wanted a cane sword. I don't remember when the first time I saw it was, but ever since I was a kid, I wanted a sword
or
cane.
we'll start the campaign to get that for you. I don't know. We'll do it though. We're gonna get you that
I'll find
sword.
one and put it on my wish list.
Yes. Come on. That
Oh
would
my
be epic.
God.
You should like hang it on the wall, have like a little fancy light on it to like
Yes.
give it its own like
Oh, wow.
you know, and be like, "No, make me take my cane down."
Yeah. This has been, I'm sorry, I'm just thinking like, cause this has been so fun. Like the amount of enjoyment that I've had a lot of content trips in my 11 years doing this. This is probably the most fun
Yes.
Yes.
High five.
because
Fuck
Yes. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Whoa. I'm confused.
I think we just did a ritual. Do it again.
Oh.
Wow.
Wait. Aloha.
Oh my
gosh.
We've been singing random choruses, like, and only the chorus of random songs, like this entire trip, but like out in public. Because you pointed out something very, very nice that I will take to heart now. When we were out by the pool, and I was like, I feel uncomfortable taking photos because there's people around, and you were like,
No, I was like, because I'm trying to teach myself this as well. I make fun of the people because I have the thought that they are judging me. And so I'm going to make fun of them for judging me, being like, wow, you hate happiness that much that you're going to like be shitty to me? No, fuck you.
yeah, I like that. And so I realized that's the mindset I have to take. Like, I've been taking photos and doing stuff for so long, but like I never do it really out in public, especially if it's like not like a shoot. You know what I mean? Where it's like if I'm here to do the photo shoot or something, if there's people around, then I don't care for some reason. But if it's like me taking photos, then I feel like a fucking loser.
Honestly.
Like, what is that?
Because, like, we used to get made fun of for it. It was before taking pictures was cool. And so, like, you would take the pictures and you just get made fun of by all the old people. And then so it just got stuck.
Like, oh, you like yourself that much? You need to take photos of yourself?
like your vein.
That's where we were talking about this because I'm sure that you have these too, but we had our scene photos like when we were kids, and you get like the super like overexposed like red if you're wearing a red lipstick, or like I had this one. I will show it to you now, actually, Laura. I think that you might appreciate this.
Yes. I can't wait.
You have to understand that I was new to thinking I knew what Photoshop was. Yeah, it was a good time. So let me see if I can find this for you.
The old school
think that
Photoshop days.
I would also put words over the photos.
Yes.
Because you had to. But this was really before captions were as much of a thing. And you would just put the caption on the photo.
Yeah. In a crazy font.
Enjoy.
Oh, like in Snapchat.
Enjoy this.
Similar.
You did this?
Yes.
Is this the fence one?
Yes.
Wow. Is this like from prison? Like, I'm confused.
Okay. So there is a story behind this photo. And David, I will share this with you. In fact, I will do it right now. Without context, I'm going to send this to your WhatsApp just so I don't forget. Because I always say,
so sad.
I always say in things,
artsy.
David, I will send this to you. And then I don't send it. And then David has nothing to work with and he doesn't know what to do. I mean, David always knows what to do. He makes it work. But
He usually just improvises. We love you, David. Shout out.
Explain later. All right. So this photo was not, in fact, taken out of prison. But
Miss Booty.
this was actually taken on one of the first trips that I ever took. Hang on. There's a weird buzzing in this one ear. We all know how much I love making content, and one of the most important things for quality videos is lighting. But who wants the same old boring ring light? You can upgrade from basic to adorable at kawaiilighting.com with code TWND for 10% off. This podcast is lit by Hoe-waii Lighting's star-shaped ring light. There are also heart and kitty cat options to make you feel as cute as these lights look. Hoe-waii Lighting has many RGB options, which you'll have seen used in many of my videos and photos. Don't be basic. Stand out with Hoe-waii Lighting by using code TWND to save 10% and help support this wholesome pod. Let them know we sent you. Okay, it's gone. That was weird. Maybe it's just in my head. Who knows? I have mental problems. So, speaking of mental problems, my cousin and I had my car, and we drove up north in Michigan to go to a haunted insane asylum. Nice. Because that's the kind of trips that I was into. I hoped it was haunted. And you weren't really supposed to go into most areas of the asylum. Breaking the law. So we went and we would try to just we took the most emo photo set ever, and I'll have to show you the other ones at a different time, but it was raining, so that was even better because when it's raining no one can see your tears. So fucking dude. So we went around this
That's
insane
the caption
asylum.
that you'll put on the photo.
Honestly,
I probably did. It was probably at some point on a photo.
Please remake these, you guys.
We should.
No. Oh, do you just want to do a really bad
emo
yes,
photo shoot?
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
You have to.
But we have to do our makeup like we would back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not you can't even do it. We have to do it ourselves.
Yes,
and you have to do emo makeup as well.
All I need is Carbon from MAC, the black eyeshadow, and just burn it. And
Perfect.
a lot of makeup, foundation.
I did super scene makeup. So I had Pepto-Bismol pink eyeshadow. Oh,
fuck yeah.
I call it that because I got made fun of by this one bitchy girl in high school. Oh, fuck yeah.
What's her name? Call her out.
Bon.
Hear that, Bon? Pepto-Bismol is sick. It stops you from shitting yourself when you have milk in your smoothie.
Yeah.
Bon.
And I like
Kind of name
pink.
is Bon anyway.
So hey.
All right. Pepto-Bismol.
Oh.
Damn. Anyway. I don't remember.
She's coming for you aggressively, so get ready.
Oh, if there's one thing you know about Daddy, Daddy comes aggressively.
Boom.
All right. Just shooting it right into the wall.
Don't drop the soap, bitch. Oh.
So we did make a fun drop the soap scene today. Yes. I was definitely here for that. Had to do a little meme recreate with a pornographic twist, so that was really nice. I had a good time doing that with you.
It was so fun.
That was the point, is content trips is this is the most fun because I feel like we all have vibed so much. We got so much done, but it wasn't all just super serious. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of panicking today that I was oh, was it actually fun? Did we get enough stuff? And you guys made me feel good about that. So thank you.
You make us feel good. And
Right?
You should know that we're truly this is living it up.
Okay. Cool.
You know? This has been epic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at our view. You can't see it right now, but you know.
Oh, speaking of this dress, I brought this specifically to wear here in Hawaii, thinking the luau. Didn't wear it to the luau. You'll probably notice when I stand up, but my butt has grown. Well, you won't notice the butt, but you'll notice how short the dress is. And that's partially because my butt has grown. And now this is no longer a safe for work or safe for outing dress. And I was very sad because I didn't try it on. I just assumed it would still fit.
Right.
It's so pretty. It looks so good on you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, that color is everything too.
Thank you. Teal.
Teal is the color,
Teal
baby.
is so nice.
Oh, I did get the shell necklace that I said I was gonna get.
Is that the one you got at the luau?
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty.
That was really cool. I felt like all that stuff was the handmade stuff, and it was still really affordable.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I feel like if you're at the luau and they have their gift shop, they could make it way more expensive and people would still buy it. So I was
I was
that's really
nervous
cool.
about the purse because I would have spent good money on it.
Yeah.
But I was hesitant. So I was
Right.
But it was $30.
Do you know what's cool about the coconut purse? It can open and double as a bra.
Yes, I love it. I was telling Kay earlier, I was I hope I could find little tiny grass skirts for the ferrets.
That would be so cute. We could just make them.
Yeah, we could make them.
We could make them. We actually still have to make your birthday gift. Speaking of, you missed the episode, which we would have kind of discussed your birthday a bit because of all of the illness you had. We had a
And
brunch.
family.
we had a brunch planned. We had to
Yeah.
cancel that, unfortunately, because you were unwell.
I was heaving.
But so now we have to
I was busy heaving.
heaving and hoeing.
No, it was
You
not
were
fun.
heaving, I was hoeing.
You,
So,
yes. Yin and yang, heave and hoe.
but it was
So we got a lot of.
we have to replan a brunch. But speaking of replanning, where would you guys like to go on our next adventure? Because I think that this should be definitely a recurring thing.
It should.
And
You-
it doesn't
someone
have
else
to be
needs-
3,000 miles away. We could do somewhere a little closer to
Yeah.
start with.
In the
but-
continental.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like Sedona was a good idea.
Yeah, I love that.
That was great. Or
We
like
could
even
go-
Zion, like anything like that would be really cool.
We could go to one of the reader peoples. Because I don't believe in them, but I like to fuck with it.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Reader.
like the
like
they-
palm reading.
the palm
or
reading,
aura
or
reading.
all
Oh,
of it.
okay. Okay.
I don't
Got
give a
it.
fuck. Whatever it is, crystals. I don't know. I'm not spiritual.
Crystal.
Yes, but see, you guys know those things.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about like tiger's eye, and this is jade, and this means purity, and I have to stop porn or something. It was a whole thing. I don't know. I blacked out through it, and I was thinking about the fact that I was about to shit my pants while you guys were talking about that.
She did. She was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I was literally like, girl, you were doing my makeup, and I was sitting there just like, just don't think about it. But it was all I could think about, and I was just like, you have to get through at least like the eyeshadow.
You did, you
but I
did.
made it through the foundation. But it was a struggle, man.
did
That was-
great.
It was a whole
And you
thing.
look beautiful.
Thank you.
They're
But
gorgeous.
that would be fun to do, and we could do. You know what we could do when we're in Sedona? You and I could play with the voodoo doll,
We can.
and Laura doesn't have to touch it.
I don't want to be there.
You don't have to touch it.
I'm scared.
But
You
it's a
wanna-
good
You want to
one.
talk about your voodoo fear?
Yeah, I don't fuck with it. That's it. Period. Like you guys can absolutely do you, but like
but
I
remember
won't.
what Kay said? Is there's
It
it's
doesn't
good
matter.
voodoo.
It doesn't matter.
It's
Let
good
me just
juju.
say, it's like when you're not into something, you're not gonna make like an exception. It's like me, like I
Well,
don't
I'm
eat
not
meat,
into
you know?
milk, and I drank some today.
Unfortunately, someone tricked you though. It wasn't like you were like, I really want to drink this milk today. It was like somebody tricked you.
That's fair.
So now that I know that the voodoo thing's happening, I gotta go out of town that day.
Okay, well, we just
We can reschedule it. It's fine. We would hate for you to miss out.
I'm sick. I'm kidding.
I'm sick again.
I slept with a down pillow.
No worries. I brought the hypoallergenic ones.
Queen. She knows. No fooling. I mean, no, there's no real irrational fear. I don't like it.
No,
That's fair.
That's all.
That's fair.
And also, whoever wants to do it, more power to you. It's not like I'm like, you're bad. It's
No,
just like, I'm nervous.
I was just curious, just because like I was always like, oh, like magic is cool and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, but I've never like even like you like the crystals, and you said that you dry the orchid stuff to make powders and shit. And I was like, oh, it's cool. You're doing like alchemy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've like never bought into any of it. I just think it's like, oh, that's interesting. So it's just surprising to me that
Yeah.
you're so in fear of the voodoo doll. That's all.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if like you had a bad voodoo experience or something.
I mean, I've just heard some fucked up people talk about it before too. Like talk about it, not see it, not witness it, but like people doing it for the bad. You know what I mean? And then that just freaked me out. And then I thought, oh, I would never want to surround myself with that kind of energy, which is like what you're allowing into your life if you are playing with something like that. But like you said, you're doing it for good, which is like, that's the best thing you can do. You're not like doing it to like maliciously try and hurt someone, like, you know, hoping.
mean-
but it's like also like,
We might.
but yeah, like
I
feel
can think
like
of a few people.
if it's something that's more powerful than you, like I feel like spirits and things like that, even though I'm not like, oh, I've seen ghosts or I feel like they're real or anything like that. I don't have proof that any of that really exists. But to me, like I'd rather just not welcome it. That's all. Yeah. That's
It's
it.
so weird the sound that makes.
I know it's like
Sorry, I always try to cover it, but I can't. Your camera shut off again?
no.
But don't worry, we will be wrapping up shortly because we don't want to miss out on hot tub and food.
Hot tub time machine.
Hot tub time machine.
Can we go back to the first day of Hoe-waii?
Hey!
Hey!
But keep all the content that we have.
Yes, no, not like erase anything, please.
Yeah.
No, I feel like this is perfect. I mean, I'm not like ready to go back to Vegas, but
Honestly,
I am
yeah.
only because like I miss the ferrets.
Yeah. part
you
of the
miss
reason.
your dogs. You
Yeah,
miss
I
your
do.
family.
I miss my fam.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we get it.
It's definitely, I feel like, for all joking aside or whatever, we welcomed in a lot of positivity
Yes,
this trip.
absolutely.
And I'm someone who usually welcomes in a lot of negativity because I think I can handle it. I can't. So it was really nice that none of that happened aside from the milk thing. So
yeah, that sucked.
so thank you, ladies, for an amazing trip.
Thank you.
And I'm excited for our next trip. And thank you all for supporting our adventure to Hoe-waii.
We love
And we hope that you have enjoyed this episode. And make sure that you follow Kay on Instagram.
Yes.
At It's K Carter Babe.
Mm-hmm.
Shing.
And Laura.
Mine's Wham Glam Artistry.
And you can follow me on Instagram at thisredheadis.sfw. You can also follow the podcast on Instagram and X at TWND Podcasts. You can leave your voicemail submissions at 702-900-6446. You can also send us an email if you're afraid of hearing your own voice, but don't be, because everyone thinks that their voice sounds weird, because what you hear recorded is not what you hear coming out. All right? It's different.
Exactly.
It's completely different. So...
also, like if you guys have like any suggestions of places you want to see us go to, let us know.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be kind of cool.
That would
like
be
you
great.
guys pick something and pay for it. Why not? Thank you.
TWND on the road.
We'll go on tour.
I don't think I actually said the email, so it's twndpodcast@gmail.com. And speaking of pay for it, we do not have sponsorships anymore.
Yes.
So we only have Liquid IV and Quiet Lighting. So if you
Shout
guys would like to
out.
go support them, the link for everything there is in the description, and David will have played an ad unless you're on Patreon. And if you are not on Patreon yet, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
Go to patreon.com/TWND podcast. We do monthly Zoom chats. We have one coming up this month, actually. We haven't fully decided on the date, but it's towards the end of the month.
We
do
love
those with our
these.
discount dirtbag tier and higher. We also do short films. So if you missed out on Football Fantasy, you don't have to miss out because we don't take it down. You can go back and watch. You can watch Krampus. You can watch Football Fantasy. You haven't watched Football Fantasy yet.
I haven't.
We'll have to do that tonight.
when we eat.
Yes. Okay, so that's going to be really fun. So go support the pod. You can join us for as little as $5 or as much as $15. So, and there's a little bit in between. So it really helps keep the show running. It helps pay David and all of that good stuff. So thank you for joining us this week. And guess what? We will see you Monday.
Come.
Aloha.
Mahalo. That was beautiful.
The Totally Wholesome Not Dirty podcast is presented by TWND Productions, created and hosted by Molly Stewart, co-hosted by Laura Contreras, and produced by David Warne.